Hello guys, thanks for joining me. It's a very warm day today. Got my cat here keeping cool in the shade. And I've just come back from town. I've been doing a little bit of shopping today, despite the heat. And I went past my local, I suppose you could call it a junk shop. It's like an antique shop, junk shop or whatever. And anyhow, I found these three items there and I bought them for my collection. And I just thought I'd do a little video on these items just now. So the first item, I'm very happy to find that, is a black wound badge. It's a mid-war production one, steel. The first one's made out of pressed brass, but this is pressed steel. Pretty good condition. And then I found these two RAF axes being sold. So I got all three items for just a $100, which ain't bad. I'm going to have to do a little bit of work on the axes. As you can see, they're quite rusty, but you can see the markings on them. They are both crown marked, and I think they're 1942 or 1942 dated, or 44 dated, I should say. So they look quite nice once I've got them cleaned up. You might kind of wonder how come I bought two of these, but I'm going to use one as an item in my collection. And the other one's going to be a very handy home defense item, I suppose you could call it. I've read accounts of these being used in the Second World War by British soldiers in close combat, and I'm going to use the same here in case my house ever gets invaded by anybody. Once I get this thing sharpened and cleaned up, it's going to be a nice little formidable home defense item, but it's a pretty cool item in its own right. Has a rubber coated handle. It's tested to 20,000 volts. Stop you electrocuting yourself if you were cutting through electrical wires. They would have been hooked onto the inner fuselage of a bomber or glider, and there would have been a little bracket here for that to hook into, and there would have been a quick release bracket on the end here, and you could have just pulled it off as required and enabled someone to escape from a crashed aircraft, for example, or the like. It's going to look pretty good once I get it cleaned up. It's going to make a nice job on somebody's clavicle, or you can imagine that spike going into somebody's cranium or into somebody's groin. It's going to be a fun item to have. So I'm pretty pleased to find these two. So it's not bad going. So basically 30 pounds each. I'm very happy with the wound badge though. Anyhow, enough yapping for me. I think I'm going to go inside. It's boiling outside here. Get a cold juice or something. Anyhow, as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.